right, I got one for you. Okay, so I told him that I wanted to spring this on him before because he doesn't know the details and
All right,
stuff
so
like
there's
that.
a
Okay.
surprise fucked up story happening.
Yeah, and it's insane. Dude. All right, so Riley Gain, and you're not going to know that name, but we've actually discussed her like on like episode 1 or 2. Remember
Really?
Yeah. Do you remember we talked about Leah Thomas, the transgender swimmer?
Yes.
Okay. Remember how stupid that was and stuff? Okay, so remember I said that the other girls that were competing against her had a big issue, like they had spoke out against her, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the one that came in second was Riley Gain, and you can obviously see why she's pissed off because she's who would have won.
Because she's first in reality.
Exactly. In reality, she's
For
first.
women.
Yeah, and she had scouts out there, and everybody was ready to do things, and that's why that must have like really like shook her the wrong way. So she's kind of done with that now, right? Obviously, it's been years and stuff like that. So she's moved on, but now she's a outspoken person for women's sports and everything that's going on in women's sports because I guess Tennessee had banned it or something like that. So there's just a lot going on with transgender competing in sports, and they're putting a ban on it, which they should because it's fucking sick, right? We can agree on that.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Obviously.
So anyway, she goes to San Francisco State University to have a speech. I mean, Shapiro does it all the time. All these guys do it. You know, I mean, sometimes you got to go in the heart of the beast to really like make some damage.
Yeah, you got to cross enemy lines.
Exactly. You got to do it. Well, so she goes into San Francisco State University and automatically, listen, I'm okay with the right to protest. I think that you should be able to have a voice, but peaceful assembly, right? So she goes out there and they're protesting. And protesting is strong. There's a lot. So it starts getting
And they're
real,
protesting
and they're protesting
transgenders
hard.
in sport.
They're saying
sports.
transgender are people and blah,
Yeah.
blah. And all she's there saying is that she doesn't want them competing against biological
Natural
men
women.
competing against women.
Women.
Exactly.
Fuck.
Yeah, that's it, So
Actual women.
so it starts getting heavy and they're throwing shit at her and stuff like that. So it's getting violent too, right? So police are like, her team, I'm sorry, not police. Her team is like, no, we're calling it. Let's go. And there's a police presence there, but not much, right? So they get her out of there and it's an auditorium. So they get her out kind of the back way and they're walking down one of the hallways. They look down and there's like a mob of like 40 or 50 more and they're coming right at her. Protesters, and then they turn around and there's that same mob that was coming through the auditorium. So now she's being flanked.
Right.
So she runs into a classroom, right? Okay, they barricade her in there, right? So now police show up and there's like SWAT there and everything. Okay.
Yeah, tear gas these get her the fuck out.
No. They demand a ransom for safe passage. Police pay the ransom.
What?
These are students of San Francisco University, and they held her hostage and demanded a ransom, and police paid. Okay, for safe passage.
What?
Right? They don't leave. They don't disband. They just promise safe passage. She walks out, and a man in a dress slugs her twice over it. Bam, bam.
Oh my
Police
God.
don't do shit. They just keep bringing her. She's crying, and they're all going, "Bitch, you crying?" I'm going off.
Dude, this
on her,
is disgusting.
Walking her in there. They paid. And dude, the police,
Dude, I don't even know what to
there,
say. I'm
gobsmacked. Dude, are you blown away right now? Dude, the police officer that was there was like, come on, guys, we're not getting anywhere. Dude, honestly, you're right. Any other state would have been like, you guys don't get the fuck out of here in 2 seconds and let that girl out. We're
They should be getting arrested.
Absolutely.
Crowd dispersal, all that shit.
There's still students, as of right now. If San Francisco State University doesn't do shit about this, I'm telling you this right now, dude.
Well, what do you think's going to happen? What kind of message do you think you're sending by letting that happen?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Dude,
you're literally sending a fucking signal out that you're allowed to do this shit.
Yeah. And by the way, do you think that they really give a shit about this cause if they could be bought so easy? You think it's really in their hearts? You think they really care?
They don't care.
It's just their own self-righteous, smug
Yes.
fucking, massaging their own egos and saying, we care. When they could be bought in seconds. Imagine how dirty you are
to
be out there claiming that you care.
You're so fucking tolerant.
Yeah, here's a 20. Can you move now? All right, I'm cool. I don't know how much money they handed out, but I know it was a bunch.
This is like we were saying, this is the fucking dumbest and most shameful and embarrassing generation in all of human fucking history. Shame on all of us. I can't believe that we're watching this shit. I can't believe that we even have to argue or even like, you know what I mean? Like the fact that I even have to make a point and get pushback at all, that the rest of society's not automatically like, yeah, you guys are fucking wrong and this is obvious and shut the fuck up and let's be done with this.
Yeah.
The fact that it's even gotten this far, that I would even be considered evil for saying what I'm saying right now. Shame on all of us, dude. Shame on this fucking generation.
Dude, could you imagine some dude just giving some chick some overhand right,
and that creepy fuck's a hero,
dude, and he's a hero in their eyes.
This sick fuck,
dude,
beating up a woman, a man beating the shit out of a woman in front of fucking a mob of people and in front of the cops, and nothing happening. That is deplorable and disgusting. It's disgusting. That guy's a piece of shit. I want to fuck that guy.
That's
up.
what I'm saying. I'm thinking in my head,
I want to beat that dude's ass and take his dress.
I would have went down harder than anybody that day, because I would have went at him. And then, you know what's so sick? That him hitting her is okay, but me hitting him, they'd go, "You're beating up a trans woman," and I'm the piece of shit.
Oh, but the real woman can get her ass beat by a real fucking man. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Dude, these are feminists. These are so-called feminists. It is so backwards.
They're garbage.
It is so, I mean, like, pun intended, it is so ass backwards, dude. It is so backwards. It's so weird, dude. None of it makes any sense. Everything cancels out the next thing. You know what I mean? It's like, you're feminist, but you want men kicking the shit out of you every step of the way.
Dude, it's mass psychosis. None of this, everyone is confused. None of this makes any fucking sense. This is ungodly. That's the only way I could put it. This is Sodom and Gomorrah level shit. We need a fucking flood at this point in time. I'm going to start building an ark, ladies and gentlemen. That's where we're at. That's where we're at. You can't reason with these people anymore. It's literally insanity, hysteria, violence, lashing out, anger, hate, persecution. No one can talk. No one can have a point if it's not their point. Strong arm propaganda, taking of rights, mental manipulation. Like, this is a bad time we're in.
Weird.
We're in a bad time. And just because the TV looks nice and we got a couple of fucking like luxuries in our lives does not mean. Yeah, fuck that. I'd rather go live like a pilgrim, bro.
Yeah, really. Or how about this? Just even like 30, 40 years ago, give me a bubble TV with 3 channels. I don't care, dude. It was so much happier and a better time.
Chocolate,
and
vanilla,
was, like,
strawberry.
logical.
That's all we need.
That's all we need. That's honestly all we need.
Enough already.
Nobody needs to add 47 marshmallows with hot drink. You know what I mean? It's all gone too far. Food has gone too far. We've gone too far. Kids, you got immature kids running the world.
And when you get to the center of the sundae, a Cinnabon. It's just disgusting.
See, what you do is you cut the donut in half, and now you have a burger bun. And you're like, I never thought of that. It's fucked, dude. It's so weird.
Shame on us. This empire is destroyed, baby. This is fucking terrible.
Dude, you know what?
We're watching this thing go to hell in a handbasket. But we're the clowns of the world.
Yeah. This is the experiment, and I mean, is it
experiment?
Failed? What I'm saying is the American experiment. It's like, did we give too much freedom?
No.
Is there too much freedom?
Absolutely not. It's being taken away. It's the exact opposite. When we had real freedom, this place was the shit.
So you think that
when we had less regulation, small government, actual freedom of speech and everything else, if you will, we were the most innovative, powerful, rich country that has ever existed in all of the empires of human history.
Then where did these clowns come from?
It's the same thing as any other empire. Like, look at like Rome or whatever. At some point in time, they lose focus on their roots. Like, we changed the Constitution. We're not abiding by our own principles and belief systems. Our founding fathers, the way that they set it up, we're not doing that shit anymore. Yeah. And we're calling this progress. What progress? What is the progress? What? Mental illness is at an all-time high. People are cutting their dicks off and shooting up schools and fighting in the streets and destroying private businesses and burning down their estates and destroying people's lives and yelling and screaming for differences of opinion. This is progress? Good fucking job.
Yeah.
Good fucking job.
We're progressive. Beautiful.
Disgusting.
Yeah, look at what you've done to this.
I'd rather regress if this is fucking progress.
Really? I think we were further so many years ago, and that's odd.
No
to
shit.
say.
We always talk about the
odd.
90s, man.
Yeah.
We had it nailed in the 90s.
Yeah,
we're
it was
right.
Wonderful.
We're right
dude.
about that.
It was just in between that.
Oh, but there was so much intolerance. No one and the gays and the trans. Oh, this is better. This is better. I want them to be around too. We don't need to be fighting and screaming and burning down shit and attacking people. We can have differences of opinion. I'm not saying that I don't want them to exist. That's not what I'm saying at all. This is not better than what we had then. The damage and the pain that is being caused now is worse and more exponential than what was happening then. Yeah. So these people that have been oppressed and all the intolerance and they've been pushed down and they were persecuted and all this shit or whatever, and now that they're unoppressed, now they're going to become oppressors, and that's okay?
Yeah.
Like, I don't care if it's them doing it to us or us doing it to them. It's wrong on both fucking sides. And I don't give a shit about your stupid ass excuses. I don't want to hear it anymore. This behavior is unacceptable.
Yeah, and you're right. You're right. Intolerance. There's not any less intolerance. Now it's just coming from both sides. So everybody just fucking hates everyone.
Stupid.
It's sad, dude. It's so bad.
Shame.
Dude, I'm sorry. In the 90s, I knew it was bad to be a racist. I'm sorry. I knew it was bad to be a racist.
Yeah, we all fucking did.
Everybody knew. And it's just such shit, dude. It's a lie. And everybody had opportunity even back then. It's so bad right now. Oh my God. So when I saw that story, dude, I wanted you to
That's
to hear
astonishing,
that.
man. I didn't
Insane,
expect that. Now
man.
I know why you surprised me with it.
Dude, and I'm wondering, and when they hit her and they just kept going and stuff like that, I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, dude, like, so
she should stop advocating.
I know that cops have their balls in a vice grip out there because it's like their whole lives get ruined if they stand up and actually say the right thing. But when do you put that aside?
Not if they support each other.
Exactly.
Not if one of the cops does the right thing and then they come to persecute and all the other cops band together and go, no, that's our fucking boy and he did the right thing and fuck you, and they stand beside each other. That shit will end.
Yeah.
That shit will end. You got to stand up. You got to stand up, man. This has to be taken back. It's not going to stop on its own.
Yeah.
It has to be opposed. That's where we're at.
I'm getting sick of that. Hey, man, you got to play the game.
No, fuck out of here, man. Exactly.
Fuck you. You took that badge. You do the right thing.
Yeah.
You swore to that oath.
Or don't be a cop.
Exactly.
That's it.
Then don't get into place of power and move over for somebody who might actually stand up for what's right.
Anyone would be a cop anymore.
No, God, no. They should all quit. How about that? Band together, they should all quit. I'm telling you right now, things will go back to normal in a week.
Well, that was surprising. Yeah. Holy shit. All right.
Is that
Well,
crazy?
Yeah, here we are.